And here is our wonderful audience for today's presentation. Are you ready for some football? It's that time of year again when training camps begin opening up. The media begins talking about the upcoming season and predicting who will win this year's championship. It's hard not to be excited for football this year. That is, until you realize that it's going to be another year under the BCS, or Bowl Championship Series. I propose we abolish the BCS. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to explain to you why I think we should put away with the BCS and adopt a system similar to that of the FCS and ASU's division, which uses a playoff system. For starters, the BCS is very biased in its teams. There are a few major conferences in the Pac-12, Big 12, Big 10, ACC, Big East, SEC, which the BCS heavily relies upon. Not too often on a Saturday morning do you turn the TV on and see a team outside of these conferences play. There's a reason for that. They make money. In a 2010 NCAA postseason football finances report, it was estimated that between the 2006 and 2010 football season, NCAA's Division I FBS earned roughly $718 million. Of that total, $621 million, or 87%, went to BCS charter institutions, giving just the remaining 12% to all the other schools. Even when these smaller schools do make a name for themselves and have a good season, they are not fairly rewarded. According to ESPN.com, the 2010 Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, which featured Texas Christian University and Boise State University, the participants were allotted only $8 million. Now, it seems like a lot until you compare it to the following year when a Big Ten team and SEC team each came away with roughly $22 million, or 3 times the total. And there's a reason for that as well. The BCS does not guarantee any teams in a bowl game any money outside of travel obligations and participation fees. Last year, there were 35 bowl games. Now, in these 35 games, there were 70 schools out of a total of 120 schools in all of D1 football. It's over half of the schools competing in a bowl game. What significance does this have on the team? Who cares if a team is playing in the Meineke Car Bowl? Under a playoff system, however, teams would be competing against the best teams in Division I. There wouldn't be these unnecessary bowl games, and there would be more meaning towards the games they're playing. Another problem I have with all these bowl games is that a report from ESPN, 13 schools in 2009 combined to lose $3.8 million because they were not being allotted money for playing in these games. Now, I propose, as I said earlier, a playoff system. Now, the system that I think would work would be comprised of 16 teams, 11 of which are coming from conference champions. The remaining 5 would be at-large bids. This is similar to the basketball tournament we see in March, which has shown great success in its system. Now, as I said, having a playoff system would encourage more marquee matchups between the greater teams. Instead of having teams decided by a computer, which the BCS uses, teams would be chosen as how they perform throughout the playoffs, ultimately leading to the best versus the best in the championship game. talking about this, it's hard not to be excited about football. It's only about a month away, and as NDSU sits on 2 championships under its belt, how can you not be excited for football?